Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel. Of course, welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, my name is Alex, lovely to meet you. If you are new, then please hit that subscribe button and stick around, and you might as well also put the notification bell on so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now, for today's video, I am continuing on with my I Heart Revolution series. I do currently have two Heartbreakers palettes left. I have the purple one and the pink one. I did ask my Patreons this morning, which is a crazy sentence. I cannot believe I just said that. Yeah, so thank you so much to anyone who signed up to my Patreon. It literally means the world to me. So yeah, I asked my patrons this morning and they voted that I use the pink one next. The last one is the purple one. I know a lot of you guys requested the purple one, but I will obviously end the series on a palette that you guys really want to see. So today's video is going to be focusing on the Sweetheart palette. If you've not seen these before, these are by I Heart Revolution. They have, I think, 6 of these and they all retail for £5 each. So they're super affordable, and I've done a whole series on I Heart Revolution, like chocolate bar palettes, but I've also now done a lot of videos on these palettes as well. So let's get on into it. As I said, this is the Sweetheart palette and it comes with, if I can open it, it comes with 9 pans of eyeshadow. There are pressed pigments in here. I believe every single one of them is a pigment, barring the middle one. So we're going to see how that formula performs today. I am going to quickly go ahead and swatch this for you, just so we can get an idea of what the shades look like on the skin, so I know what kind of look I'm going to do. So let's dive into the swatches. So this is the entire palette swatch. Now, they are quite pigmented. I did, however, struggle with this last shade here. Was actually meant to be a shimmer. It literally, that's like 3 times me trying to swatch it, and it's just so hardly pressed I cannot get the pigment there. These mattes are probably the most pigmented. These ones are quite dry, so I have to see how they perform on the eyes. Right, those were the swatches. We're going to dive straight into the eye look. So I'm just going to prime my eyelids with my P. Louise base. This is in the shade 01, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this on, obviously, because I have got my makeup on. But I do like to just use a little bit of it as a base for my eyeshadow, just to make the colours pop a little bit. I think I'm going to do a halo eye today. I'm going to take pretty much the only pink in the palette, like matte wise, on my brush. It is kicking back a little bit, but to be honest, like, not loads. I've had good experience with a lot of these palettes, so I've got high kind of expectations, and I'm just going to put this in my crease. I'm going to take this like shade here, I'm just going to take a little bit of it, and I'm going to blend out the top edges of the pink. I've lost a little bit of pigmentation with the pink, so I'm just going to go back in with it, just taking a little bit more on my brush just to deepen it up a tiny bit. And I'm going to blend that into the shade that I blended it out with, so it just looks a little bit more seamless. Next, I'm going to take this purple here at the top middle row on this like multi-brush. It hasn't got a number or anything. It come in that eye brush set that I bought from them. That first brush I used was a Real Techniques blending brush. And I'm going to put this, you know the drill, either side. Okay, wow, that is a very pigmented purple. Put your hands up for Detroit. I love this city. Okay, now I need a shade for the middle of my lid, so I think I'm going to take this pinky shimmer here. I'm just going to take it on like a flat brush. See if that is any pigmented. It's a bit, their shimmers are like a little bit crumbly, but hopefully the ones that I've tried before are very good. because it's a chunky shade, it doesn't apply the most like pigmented, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try wetting it and see if that makes it any more pigmented. Hopefully it does. That shimmer's not my favourite. I've definitely had better experience with their other Heartbreaker palettes in terms of shimmer. So I'm going to now put a colour on my lower lash line, which is going to be this purple here, just because it was just really pigmented. And it's going to kind of tie the look together because I've got it either side of the shimmer. Okay, fab. So I'm going to now put a colour on my inner corner and brow bone, and you guys know what shade I'm going to pick. So I'm going to use this middle one here. It is a very light shade. You guys know how I feel about a very bright inner corner and brow bone highlight. I've got fallout from the shimmer shades, not the mattes, so just be wary of that if you're gonna use like this palette. I'm gonna jump off camera and put my lashes and mascara on, and I'll be right back so we can discuss our final thoughts. So guys, this is my completed look using the I Heart Revolution Heartbreakers Sweetheart palette. I really hope you like the look I created today. My lashes are the Pound lashes in the style Dream, and I also had to put a bold lip on with this look just so it's all monochrome, and this is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade 30 Romantic. So yeah, that is my finished look. Let's discuss my thoughts and opinions on the eyeshadow palette. So it's safe to say that after my other reviews on the other palettes that I had such high expectations for this, just because I personally had a really good experience with the other ones, especially like the green and blue ones. This one wasn't the best. Like, I don't know, I just feel like the shades didn't perform as well as some of the other palettes did. I didn't really get on with the mattes really. The pink was pigmented, but every time I went to like blend it out, it kind of like swooped away the pigment, so I had to keep building it back up again. The only shade that probably worked the best for me was, I mean, probably this middle shade here for my inner corner and brow bone. The shimmer that I used on my lid, I don't know, just wasn't, it's just not the best. Like, these are good, like, don't get me wrong, like, they're not the worst shadows I've ever played with in my life, but this is just not my favourite Heartbreakers palette that they have released. I can definitely think of a few that are better than this one. Doesn't mean that I don't like this palette. Like, it's cute. I think this is great for beginners, like what I've said with all of the others. Like, if you are a beginner in makeup, I think these are a great way to start, just because there's not too many shades. These are great for beginners in makeup, or like younger people who, you know, don't have a lot of makeup in their collection. They're cheap, they're decent quality, they perform really well. So yeah, I in general really recommend the collection. I think they're really good palettes. I just don't think that this one is the best one that they have. The shades just didn't perform as well as the other ones did in other palettes. So yeah, it's up to you. If you guys want a pink palette, this is not the most pink palette I've seen either. Like, there is definitely a lot more like muted purpley shades as well in here. So the only pink shade really is that matte one that I use like all across my lid. So yeah, it's not the most pink palette either, but it is decent. If you want to give it a go, definitely check it out. They are so affordable as well, so you're definitely not breaking the bank if you want to give it a go. I just wish it had like maybe one or two more like matte pinks in here as well, so we can properly do like an all over pink look. So yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions on the I Heart Revolution Sweetheart palette. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash the thumbs up button. Let me know down below what you think of this look. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!